Hey, good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far today. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than normal, and I also wanted to say this is not a how-to video. If you wanted to see like how I made it kind of sort of. I have videos that are like titled me working on the wings and stuff like that. So if you wanted, oh, I need to feed the AeroGardens, or I already did that, but I need to turn off the little reminder light that's blinking. Anyway, if you were wondering how I made the wings, I never really did like a full how I made them or anything, but I have a couple videos that are titled me working on them and stuff if you wanted. As for today, I wanted to show you what I used and how I like sorta made the wings. I'm gonna do the best that I can to explain. It's probably not gonna be like extremely good or anything, but hopefully you'll be able to at least understand a little bit. They are pretty big. They are a lot bigger than I thought they would be, but I absolutely love them. Honestly, I kind of would want to make another pair in the future, not anytime soon because this one I just finished and I don't need another pair of wings, but I'll probably make another one eventually. But I wanted to say good morning right now, and I hope you're having a good day so far today. I'll show you the wings in a minute, but one of my plants fell down. I just picked the little one back up, and I need to put all this soil back in them, so that's a sad thing. I don't know how the little one fell down. It's not the first time that this has happened with plants, and I guess it just got like top heavy or something, but I need to clean this up now, and then I'll show you what I did for the wings. Except for a little pile of dirt that I need to vacuum up. I'll get that in a minute. The plant is now okay again. I watered it and put everything back, and yeah, the little one is okay, but this is my wings, or I guess these are my wings. They are about 10 feet and I think 2 inches total across. So yeah, fully open like this. So yeah, they are massive and they are double-sided. So the other side looks pretty much the same as this one. It's just like, you know, slightly different because I didn't measure anything. I didn't use a pattern, but this is what they look like fully open, and they do, I'll put them on so you can see, but the arms do open and close, which is amazing. The base of them, and by the way, I wanted to say nothing in this video is sponsored in any way, shape, or form. It's just what I used that I thought would work best for me. But the frame that they are on is the green Rubies, I believe, brand. Mechanical wings, I think is what they're called. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's what they're called. And then I used felt. This is all that I have left of the felt of the white. It is folded over, so like it's kind of hard to tell fully how much I have left. I don't know, but it's not much. And then I have a little bit more, actually a little bit less, of the black than I do of the white, which is interesting because I thought I used more white. But anyway, that's how much I have left, and I can unfold it to show you. This is how much black I have left. It's just that, so not much, honestly. And I got they are 72 inches across, and I got 2 yards of each, so quite a bit of felt, much more than I thought that I was going to use. I honestly was getting kind of nervous that I wasn't going to have enough there towards the end, and I glued them on. I went through an entire one of these bottles, and I don't know, barely any out of a second one, so I used a lot of glue, and then also a needle and a thread, and scissors, obviously. And that's everything that I used to make them, and it took, I don't know, if I were to have done all of it at once, it probably would have taken me maybe a week to get done, but that's not how I do things. I work on it and then I leave and then I come back and then I work on it a little bit more and then I come back. So I don't know how long it took me total. I think 3 weeks to make them. Hang on, let me put them on actually so that you can see what they look like on. And yeah, they're a mix of being glued on and sewn on, because if I were to have just sewn them on, it would have taken forever, so I didn't want to do that. But they're mostly glued on, but I had to sew them on just a little bit here and there to make sure that they were extra secure because I don't want them to fall off. But this is what they look like on, and they just, like, the straps, they're all twisted right now, but they just go on with the little straps, and that's how they And that's how they are on. And then because this has a hood on it, I noticed it last time I showed you when these were done. The hood actually, I don't know if you can see, kind of covers like the thing that holds them together that's in the center. This side doesn't open as well as the other one, and I don't know why. Once it's open, it stays open, and they can open and close fully. And also they are amazingly light. I would say they weigh probably less than 2 pounds, so I was expecting them to be much heavier and kind of uncomfortable. But yeah, this is what they look like on. Oh, actually, I'll show you what I kind of like made when I first got the idea. And I don't know if you can see really, but they kind of reach to below my calf, like right below my calf. I can't fit in the closet. The wings are too big. This is, oh, where's my blue one? I have one more. But this was the first attempt that I made. It is terrible, but I was just seeing like if I would be able to close it and open it. I just used some like wooden sticks that were for plants. It worked okay, and that's how I knew that, you know, them being mechanical would work. Where's the blue one? I have no idea where that one went. It should be in here. It might have fallen behind something. Oh, there it is. I just dropped it. This was the second thing that I made. I made one for both sides, and I just doodled what I wanted it to look like on a piece of fabric and kind of like where I wanted the feathers to be placed. And then I actually attempted that by making this. It's only one-sided. It's not finished on the other side, but I was gonna add blue. I'm honestly kind of glad that I didn't, because I love just the black and white. But this was my actual attempt at like trying to see how big the feathers needed to be and like what it was gonna look like and how it would move. So that was my third attempt, and then I did these full size. So what I did to shape the feather, they're mostly just like kind of sort of angled triangles, and I had no pattern for anything. That's just how they turned out, and yeah, they turned out absolutely perfect, way better than I need to finish this piece. It's really bothering me, but they turned out way better than I ever would have thought that they would. And I know this wasn't a tutorial or anything, but I hope I at least was able to give you some ideas if you're struggling or want to make some wings. I did not want to use felt at all. This was like my last choice of fabric that it ended up working the best. So I'm glad that I ended up with felt. It's just, you know, I didn't think it was gonna look good, but don't worry about that. It actually looks and moves very well, and it's honestly very inexpensive. So it is a good thing to work with when you're, you know, not really knowing what you're doing, so you're not going to be too upset if you have to use an extra piece. Again, I used 4 yards of fabric, and they're 72 inches across, so it's a lot of fabric. And I'm not going to be doing a tutorial, unfortunately, because I am not planning on making another pair anytime soon. But if you are curious like how I did it, again, I have a couple videos where I was working on them if you wanted to watch that and see how I was, you know, making them. But again, it's not tutorials, it's just kind of like I was making them. But yeah, this is what they look like and what I used to make them, and I absolutely love them. And yeah, if you make your own wings, I'm sure they're going to turn out perfect no matter what they look like. The best part about making them your own is they are absolutely yours. And now I'm going to take these off and put the felt away and the little like wings that I, you know, practiced with, and get started knitting in a bit. So I will be right back. It's actually been a little while, and I have already knit the first row because I wanted it to get a little bit darker so that you'd be able to see the lights back there. It's still a little bit bright, so they are kind of difficult to see still, but it's better than before. And as for today, I pretty much mostly played Animal Crossing, besides it just being a normal day otherwise. If you watched yesterday's video, I am going to be kind of talking about what I was doing there and the progress that I have made. So if this doesn't make any sense, or if you're not interested in Animal Crossing, don't worry about it. But if it is a little bit confusing, yes, I am talking about the video yesterday as well, because that's pretty much all I was doing today. The museum, now that it is built, it looks amazing where it is. I absolutely love it. And the Nook store and the Able Sisters unfortunately won't fit in that one spot together, so that's kind of a bummer, but it's okay because I'm just gonna move the Able Sisters to that little space below the where I'm putting the Nook store, and I think that's gonna work very well because I didn't know what I was gonna do with it before, and not having them squished into that one space is kind of what I'm trying to accomplish. So yeah, I don't mind them being separated, but it was kind of annoying that they can't be together because that was the plan plan. But so far I am loving how the island is looking. I have made a lot of progress. I wasn't exactly planning on completely flattening the island. It kind of looks like that's what I'm gonna end up doing after all. Honestly, perfectly okay with that because I'm enjoying getting to redo it, and how my island was laid out before was on a grid kind of. I separated each house and every single little building that you can put on the island into its own acre, and that didn't work out how I thought it would. Been like that for 2.5 years, and it's time for a change. And so far, yeah, I think it's definitely needed, and it's definitely worthwhile. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing today. But it's been nice to just sit down and play Animal Crossing because I haven't had, like, all summer long, I didn't get any time to play. So just having some time now, it's been very nice. I also wanted to say the little plant that fell down is okay. I don't know how they fell. I kind of have it resting on the edge. You know how the windows kind of like open and there's that little ledge where the two panels meet? That's where it is resting. I have another 5 more containers like that up there with it, so I don't know how that one fell. It just kind of, I don't know, maybe it was just like it needed water too badly, so the vines were heavier than the soil, something like that. I'm sure that's actually probably what happened because it was completely dry, which was a good thing because it made it easy to put the soil back into the container. But it's doing okay, a little bit of damage, but all things considered, it's not too bad. It's not like that hasn't happened before, so it's not really a surprise, but it's always disappointing when you find your plant fell over and, you know, isn't in its container anymore. But anyway, I'm almost done already knitting because I already knit the first row. It always seems like it goes so quickly when I knit the first one, because it does, but it's just like I feel like I don't have that much time to talk to you when I do that. Anyway, let me finish these last couple stitches real quick, and then I will be right back to show you what the blanket looks like. All done, and I don't know if I said this, I think I did, but obviously we did not change the yarn color today. We are still using the orange one, and this is what it looks like up close. This little section of orange is getting kind of thick again. We have used so much orange or pink, whatever color you want to call this, on the blanket. It is kind of amazing. I was going to be positive that it was going to be the yellow one most used, but we have had such an interestingly like cool this year that we haven't really had much of the yellow, except for the one really hot week that we had. That was quite the heat wave, but besides that, it's been weirdly cool. But anyway, don't know if you can see all the blanket, it's getting too big, but this is what the entire thing is looking like for the year. Hopefully you can see it. Again, it's really hard to show you because of how big it is. I think that's probably gonna do it for the video today, and as for tomorrow, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing once again, because like I said yesterday, the only thing that has been on my mind is redecorating my island in Animal Crossing, so I haven't really thought ahead about anything else that I'm gonna be doing. So as for today's video, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you are making a set of wings for yourself, obviously all of the things that I showed you are just kind of guidelines. They are not exact or anything. When you make your own wings, you'll figure out what you need and how you're gonna do it. It just takes, like, you just have to try. And then if you fail, it's okay, keep trying, you'll get there eventually. I hope this was at least a little bit of an inspiration for your own wings. But as for today, I hope you have a good rest of your day no matter what you do. If it's a lot or a little, it doesn't matter. I just hope you have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow with the next video. Bye, I'll see you later.